This fall marks the premiere of the long-awaited sequel to the beloved film Zootopia, so it's the perfect time to dedicate a video to this amazing animated movie. In this video, you'll discover the most fascinating facts about Zootopia. Let's dive in. Zootopia was Disney's 55th animated feature film. At its core, the movie explores the theme of prejudice. Can a prey animal truly trust a predator? In the early stages of development, a key plot element was a collar with an emotion indicator. If a predator felt irritation or anger, the light on the collar would shift from yellow to red, triggering an electric shock. For the prey, the collar was the only thing that offered a sense of safety. The filmmakers later revealed that this concept actually made them sympathize more with the predators. In one especially emotional scene, a polar bear puts the collar on his 5-year-old son during his birthday celebration. While the child is overjoyed, viewing it as a rite of passage into adulthood, the father is heartbroken, realizing he's stripping away his son's freedom. The direction of the project changed dramatically when writer Phil Johnston joined the team. He suggested getting rid of the collars entirely, and eventually pushed for Judy to become the central character. From that point forward, production moved ahead much more smoothly. To make the film feel authentic, the animation team traveled to Kenya to study animal behavior in the wild. Another creative challenge was deciding which animals to include in Zootopia. Should it feature only mammals, or also include reptiles, birds, and insects? The answer came from simply observing a real-life African watering hole, a place where all kinds of animals gather peacefully despite natural instincts. It reminded the creators of a modern city, where people from different backgrounds come together to live, work, and have fun. That vision ultimately became the foundation of Zootopia's world. Early in development, wildebeests were originally going to be portrayed as business people. However, wildlife experts pointed out that these animals aren't particularly intelligent, which led the creators to rethink their portrayal to make it more realistic. On the other hand, African buffalo are known for their incredible memory, second only to elephants. They can recognize fellow herd members even after many years, and they're famously vengeful. Hunters have shared stories about buffalo ambushing those who once injured them, sometimes waiting in the exact same spot for revenge. In rare cases, they've even attacked lions if a pride member had killed one of their own. These traits inspired the filmmakers to make a buffalo the police chief in Zootopia. The sloths we know and love from Zootopia had a very different role in the original script. One of them was supposed to appear at the beginning of the film, when Judy rides the train into the city. The sloth was moving so slowly that he failed to board the train before the doors closed. But later, the role of sloths was greatly expanded, and their character designs were revised. The artists gave them more expressive and varied facial features to bring their personalities to life. The character of news anchor Peter Moosebridge was actually inspired by Canadian journalist Peter Mansbridge, who also provided the voice for the moose in the original version. Interestingly, his appearance changed depending on the country. In the Chinese version, he's a panda, but still voiced by Mansbridge. In Brazil, he's a jaguar, voiced by reporter Ricardo Boechat. In Japan, he's a tanuki, voiced by comedian Kazumasa Kora. In Australia and New Zealand, he's a koala, voiced by actor and singer David Campbell. For the UK release, the team considered turning him into a corgi, but eventually decided to stick with the moose. Actress Ginnifer Goodwin didn't just voice Judy Hopps. She also inspired her animation. While watching her during recording sessions, the animators noticed how her energy and gestures perfectly matched Judy's personality. They decided to incorporate her movements directly into the character's design. Several actresses were considered for the role of Judy Hopps, including Drew Barrymore, Katie Sagal, Elizabeth Banks, Cameron Diaz, Emma Stone, and Scarlett Johansson. During the recording of the scene where Judy apologizes to Nick, Ginnifer Goodwin was so moved by the moment that she started crying right in the middle of the voice recording session. According to the director, Judy Hopps's character was inspired by Leslie Knope from the TV show Parks and Recreation and the famous DC Comics hero, Superman. In fact, Judy references Superman in the chase scene when she dramatically rips off her vest. Although rabbits and hares have split upper lips in real life, the animators decided to skip this anatomical feature to make Judy's character design more attractive. Judy's eyes have a rare violet hue. The animators added this unique color to bring her gray fur to life and emphasize her bright, energetic personality. In earlier versions of the script, Nick Wilde was the son of a tailor and wore a suit with a tie, while his friend Finnick wore a Hawaiian shirt. However, as Nick's design changed, Finnick's character was reworked, and his shirt ended up on Nick, giving him a more relaxed and laid-back look. Nick's original name was Jack, but it was later changed to Nick in honor of concept artist Nicholas Orsi, who was one of the first to join the team and made significant contributions to the film's creation. This was a way of paying tribute to him. You could have guessed that Bellwether would turn out to be the villain before the big reveal. In her office, on her phone, there was a sticker with the number of Doug, the same person who would later be revealed to be involved in the conspiracy. In the original version, his full name was Douglas, and the nickname Doug could have been a subtle hint for sharp-eyed viewers. This detail was also kept in the Russian dub. When it came to designing the city itself, the team drew inspiration from real-world metropolises. They incorporated urban planning and architectural elements from San Francisco, Paris, Barcelona, Beijing, London, and Las Vegas. Originally, Zootopia was split into just 2 districts, one for predators and one for prey. But further research showed that an animal's habitat depends on more than just diet. Climate plays a major role too. That's how the concept of climate-based districts like Tundra Town and Sahara Square came to life. To design the miniature rodent city, animators used an unusual method. They placed a real hamster into a small-scale model of the city and observed how it navigated the tiny environment. This helped them create authentic movement and interactions for the rodent characters. The filmmakers decided to keep the animals' natural proportions. Unlike many other animated films, where characters are scaled to fit a unified size, Zootopia kept the proportions intact. This choice allowed for numerous amusing visual details and comedic moments. When creating clothing for characters, a challenging task arose. Regular human clothes wouldn't look right on animals due to the difference in body structure, especially shoulder lines. For example, most small animals wore only shorts because their short limbs made pants impractical. The image of the ram Doug contains a clear reference to the series Breaking Bad. He grows blue flowers, wears a yellow jumpsuit and a gas mask, and his laboratory resembles Walter White's iconic van. The gazelle character was voiced by Shakira, and her final song outfit is a direct reference to the look the singer wore in the Don't Lie music video. When developing the appearance of the mayor of Zootopia, Leo Zoutry, the artists were inspired by Mufasa from Disney's legendary animated movie, The Lion King. In June 2016, Zootopia joined the club of billion-dollar films, becoming the second highest grossing film of that year, after Captain America: Civil War. By the way, the premiere of the second part of Zootopia will take place on November 26th this year. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you found most interesting. That's all for now, thank you, and see you soon, friends.